Listening to The Ron Reagan Show.
And we're back with Russ Baker, author of Family of Secrets. Russ, I've just got to read this one quote that you have at the top of the very first chapter. It's, it's just sort of, I guess it touches on the larger issues involved here. But this is Franklin D. Roosevelt, that would be President Franklin Roosevelt, talking to a Colonel Edward House in 1933. And Roosevelt says to Colonel House the following: "The real truth of the matter is, as you and I know, that a financial element in the larger centers has owned the government ever since the days of Andrew Jackson." That is probably even a better quote than Eisenhower's about the military-industrial complex. I mean, I saw that and I was like, whoa. President Franklin Roosevelt is saying basically that Wall Street owns the government. I just had to share that with people. It's not really directly related to what we're talking about, but it certainly is in an indirect way.
Actually, I mean, I think it's directly related. It's very apt. And that's really what Family of Secrets is about, ultimately. When I sort of step back and look at the larger picture, what I learned in my 5 years of research, more than 500 interviews, and I document with more than 1,000 footnotes, is that there's another history to this country, and it's that history that Franklin Roosevelt was talking about. It's not the people that we look at, the people in the limelight, the members of Congress and the president, are not really the great man theory of history figures that are shaping everything. They are facing tremendous pressures from interests and people that are not in the limelight, and we know that. We hear little bits about that now with the efforts to suppress national health insurance, efforts to resist doing something about warming, and all of these things. We get a sense that this goes on, but what this book, I think, shows is that these elements manage with every presidency to either get their person in or to influence the person who's in there, or if they've got some kind of beef with the person who's in there. We didn't have time to talk about it, about what happened to Richard Nixon, but one of the things, again, I discovered was I was wrong in my understanding of what the heck Watergate was about.
Yeah.
It turned out to be completely different, and this just, they say, it blew my mind. People who've read this book, it's been endorsed by a lot of very distinguished people, like Gore Vidal,
Bill Moyers,
the last 10 years.
Yeah, a lot of good people. Well, yes, I shouldn't have said that it doesn't, wasn't directly involved with what we're talking about, because you're absolutely right. It is. It's a fascinating statement from a president of the United States. Just touching on one.